No, I can leave if you want. But in my early 20s, I was like, what is the purpose of myself talking to myself? My own self talking to myself. Or debating with myself.
Which is it?
Because that's why I love learning about the right brain, left brain. Like, what is the self? There is no such thing as self. It is all just infinite. It's all just infinite. Like David Icke calls it infinite consciousness. So I would agree with that. I have to move now. This is getting too warm for me.
You're a unitic.
I'm going to touch your book. No offense.
You're a unitic, and that's it.
That's your word, unitic. I call it Alien Orthodox. To each their own.
Do you think unitic means the same thing as Alien Orthodox?
Unitic, I would say it's close to it. I wouldn't say it's the same thing, because unitic is basically your philosophy or your religion title. Mine's Alien Orthodox, but you know, you and I
have... Here's the deal. I don't know whether this thing is getting recorded or not, but here's the deal where I am right now. Okay, if it is, okay. I'm really going to be trying to, even though I'm hammered, here's where I am right now.
Alright, let me get me in this. Because I want to be in the picture with Baby Rob. Alright, hope maybe. I'm smoking your house. Go ahead, where are you?
Absolutely, absolutely right now. Quantum mechanics, and I know you hate this symbol, even though the whole language of it is crazy, and language is I think the greatest holdback into our
let me stop you.
Yes.
Because you branch off a lot, and we all do this at times during conversations, branching off. But you wanted to talk about your philosophy.
This is it.
Okay. But then you start talking about language.
Okay. Oh,
if you have to talk about language.
Okay. Wow. If I realized I was going to be interrupted, and two of my symbols up there for people who we invented a system where you could talk for up to 20 minutes without being interrupted, and it would save the planet. Obviously, nobody needs that much time now because everybody's in so much in a hurry being convincing that they're right without any reasons. But moving right along, quantum physics is basically the science of the current human species said that nothing is real, that it's all energy, and even Einstein was wrong. So, yet we human beings cling to the idea that we all are really going to be, not going to die, but we know our body's going to die, and that's it. And in the meantime, we try to establish some values, and the values that have been established all have to do with us being our species of the human Homo sapiens, of the wonderfully Latin phrase of thinking being. Simply, the one thing we all know for sure is we're going to die, and all the anger and all the fear and all the misbehavior we have and trying to prove that we're right is just a reaction to that one thing we know for sure, and I think we need to deal with it, not pretend like it's not going to happen. And that's it, all I have to say for right now, except I'm a very loving person. I know my body's going to die. I'm not even sure whether the good things or bad things or all the indifferent things I've done while I've had the privilege of being a spiritual being in a human body. That's a good one. But I tell you the truth, my tendency is that the more and more loving, unselfish, wonderful sharing of life we can do while we're in this existence, but certainly if there is a conscious afterlife, then I figure that they're really honest, good people would have a better shot of being a little happier in the long run, or there is no run, whatever. I just think that love is just the reason we are alive.
Can I say my joke now? Can I tell you my joke now? Thanks for talking to me about this. Because you didn't look at me once at all when you were saying this. You were looking at the camera. You weren't telling me this. We were supposed to have a conversation about your unitic versus my, the same thing as Alien Orthodox. What's the difference? I call it Alien Orthodox. You call it being a unitic. That's where this started from. And then it branched out. It's okay what happened. I'm fine with anything. As long as I'm at least in the middle of Maslow's pyramid of the hierarchy of human needs, I'm good. Many people don't even get in the middle. They're freaking stressing out about everything. I used to stress about nothing. About other people. Because I know I'm them. And I'm like, fuck. And you gotta delete that from your mind. Because if you absorb that reality or that philosophy, you drive yourself nuts. Brains aren't meant for that. I know that for a fact. I am living proof. You feel better now? How do you feel? Wait, let me stop you. Let me stop you before you answer. Because I enjoy... I used to watch Star Trek The Next Generation. But then I watched a Star Trek movie. And I usually don't watch like the old Star Trek movies. One had Spock in it. It was asking him questions because he's a Vulcan and a human. Yeah. And one question... Well, hold on. Just can't listen to me either, huh? Yeah, see, yeah, we're the same. We're the same but different. Brother John. But the computer was asking him questions. And Spock wants to be logical. This is basically right brain, left brain. Emotional versus logic. And at one point, the computer asks him, how do you feel? And Spock is confused, like, why does this even matter? Like, why does it matter how I feel? Like, this question's irrelevant.
Well, it doesn't.
But I just enjoy that type of debates. Because it's logic versus emotion, and philosophy versus science, or religion versus science. I love it all. I think it's fun. It's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be. Because I'm enjoying it. Other people hate it. Because they're like, I'm right. Jesus rose from the dead 3 days later. I saw a picture the other day. It like had Jesus with a gun. If Jesus had a gun, he'd still be alive. And I'm like, my logical side of my brain, like fucking just sparked. And I'm like, if Jesus had a gun, he would not still be alive. Because he'd be like 2,000 years old. Who lives that long? Jesus would still be dead. Haha, sorry. He was human. Perhaps the Son of God, if you want to call it that. But he's not going to live past, at least in that era, past 100 and whatever. But not 2,000 years. If Jesus had like an AK, whatever, I don't know. Because I don't know guns. But I saw that picture. It was a propaganda picture. And, oh God, it made me laugh. Logically, it made me laugh. Because I'm just like, Jesus would not still be alive. He may have lived longer if he had a gun to fight against the government. But I get what they were trying to say about the whole gun law things going on, but he would not still be alive. Hello. Logic. Ha ha ha. And that's my joke. Sorry for that rant. But
Very interesting. So,
for you. I actually don't even care. Hey, if you can try to market this or make money off of it,
who is it?
go for it.
Come on.
Dumb neighbor.
Come on in.
It's the dumb neighbors coming in.
It's a dumb neighbor. I have an IQ of
Oh, well, we were
187
house.
and if you think about it,
What?
it'll be too late because I'll be smarter than you thinking about it.
Did you hear his number? What? Let me program Rob or test Rob. Did you hear what his IQ was? I swear you said 187.
That's what I said.
That's what he said. I'm listening. That's pretty high, motherfucker.
I know.
Haha.
I was going on 3 days of smartness.
This guy's
really
a genius.
happening?
That's why he's my brother.
Okay. Sit.
Hey, you got 3 shot glasses? This is
Of course I do.
This is ice cold, and I love y'all.
Okay. Here.
But yeah.
But yet.
Or
that's
or if you don't, we're gonna drink out of the bottle. Open it, David.
Oh, that is cold.
I just bought it from the skinny girl, John Eagle.
Skinny girl from Johnny.